Wait for it, wait for it, and arguably one of the best boot up screens ever. What's up, everybody? It's me, Blake316, here playing my Sega Dreamcast in the year 2020, taking a look back at it and having some good old memories of this awesome, in my opinion, top 3 consoles of all time. Now, a lot of people didn't know this, but the the Dreamcast actually had a dashboard. Obviously, it's not as good as the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4, but it had something. As you can see, it had the option to play your game. It had the file where you can go into your VMU, look at the saves. It actually had a music player where you can play CDs, and had a settings where you can change the language, you can clock, auto start on, adjust memory cards, all that other good stuff. Now, the Dreamcast is notoriously known for being a loud console. When you booted it on, a lot of people said it sounded like a plane engine. Let's see how it sounds in 2020. All right, let's boot this thing up and see if it's just as loud as people remember. Press the start or power. I'll be honest with you, it's not that loud compared to if you look back at my not my Sega Dreamcast, my Xbox 360 video playing 2020, this thing is quiet, but where it is loud is when you boot up a game. So let me put in a game real quick. Start it up. Oh. There it goes. You hear all the things inside moving and stuff. Yeah, it's definitely not as loud as I remember. And I'm pretty sure it's not as loud as a lot of people remember too. Now here's the thing. In my opinion, the Dreamcast doesn't sound as bad as, say, I don't know, my Xbox 360. It's definitely not as loud as what I used to remember. But where it is loud is when you actually play a game. But anyway, let's boot up a game. Let's boot a little bit, I don't know, the House of the Dead 2, classic shooter game on the Sega Dreamcast, classic arcade game in general. This game back in the day was awesome, definitely co-op if you had someone else to play with. Really fun game. But I'm curious to see how the Sega Dreamcast graphics hold up in 2020. In my opinion, from what I remember, Dreamcast was a 128-bit system. Definitely better graphics than the PlayStation 2 and GameCube. But as you can see, I mean, I'm not going to say it's terrible because I understand when this came out. But let's be honest here, it still looks pretty good. Oh man, memories.
The House of the Dead.
Memories! I'm surprised they never re-released this maybe like on an eShop, not eShop, or yeah, eShop for Nintendo or Xbox Live or PlayStation Network with a little bit of co-op play. I guess maybe because people would want the gun and not use a controller. I'm using the controller. A fact about the Sega Dreamcast was that the light gun actually was not ever released, or it might have been released, but I know it definitely was held back in North America due to 9/11. And Sega didn't want to push the guns to kids, blah, blah, blah. So a lot of people were forced to play this. I forgot to reload with the controller. Not a complaint for me. But as you can see, the memories are glorious. Oh, headshot. Headshot. This was back when there wasn't a zombie game, I don't know, every 2 weeks being released. Oh. But man, the Sega Dreamcast is pretty good. Matter of fact, the controller, in my opinion, is still really good. A few things are missing with the controller. I think the controller can use an LB, RB bumper buttons. Definitely can use another analog stick. Matter of fact, let's take a look at the controller. Now, let's look at this controller. Like I've stated in the past that I've always loved this controller. But here's the thing. How does it hold up 20 years later? Definitely compared to the newer controllers such as the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. It's still pretty good. You know, yes, it can have some bumper buttons right here. Yes, it can definitely have an analog stick, but the D-pad feels pretty good. The buttons still feel pretty good. I wish the analog was a button too. That's kind of weird not having that because like we're just so used to the new controllers and going back. But honestly, it's still a playable, still an enjoyable controller. It's not as bad as people may think, or I don't know if anyone remembers it being a bad controller because in my opinion, it definitely wasn't. But yeah, it's still pretty good in 2020. But overall, in my opinion, the controller actually still holds up really good. And I would have said about 10 years ago the Dreamcast controller was the top 3 controller. But definitely with the advances with the DualShock 4 and Xbox One controller, it's still it might scratch the top 5, but it's definitely still like a top 8 realistically speaking. It's still a good controller, especially when you add the VMU. And say if you added a VMU and maybe the rumble card, it definitely added some weight that gave it a really good feeling in your hands.
There was nothing we could do.
But man, this is definitely memories. I know this game was released on other consoles. I believe the Nintendo Wii. But Poisonous Frogs, I died. But we're looking at the Dreamcast version. And man, headshots. It's still a lot of fun. And I know for a fact if I had someone else to play co-op with on the couch, it would still be a really enjoyable experience. Oh. Man, this is really good. Matter of fact, let's take a look at another Dreamcast game that was pretty much a system seller. Now we're taking a look at NBA 2K1 to be exact. But the Sega Dreamcast was like a sports machine. Back in the day, EA wanted nothing to do with the Sega Dreamcast. So Sega pretty much produced their own sports games from the 2K series. And man, whether it was NBA 2K, NFL 2K, World Series Baseball, there was tennis, there was NCAA. These sports games were absolutely awesome. And they definitely looked really good. It makes you kind of think, if EA Sports was on the Sega Dreamcast, would there ever be NBA 2K today? Definitely a question to raise a few eyebrows. But let's play some NBA 2K1, see how it holds up in today's 2020. Oh, we got the music playing. That little red man. Continue without saving. Let's do exhibition game. Lakers do the Pacers. Okay. I'm rocking with the Lakers, of course. Let's see how it looks. Hey, this looks pretty damn good so far for what is this, 2019? It was a 20-year-old game? Man, it's a long time ago. At the Staples Center. Let's just get it started. I don't want to... Oh, look at Shaq. Kobe. Bringing it back. Got Reggie. Got Rick Fox. Jermaine O'Neal. Oh, Derrick Rose. Ron Harper. Oh, about to say get that stuff out of there. Horace Grant. Oh, man.
That ball was on its way.
Kobe. Oh, get off me. Get off me. Get off me. Oh. Kobe missing. This game ain't realistic. Cut it out. Cut it out. I forgot how to play. Steal that ball. Oh, Kobe with the foul. Come on, bro. But man, I'm not gonna lie. This looks pretty good 20 years later. That's one thing I'm really curious. I'm always really curious when the PlayStation 5 and the new Xbox come out. I'm always curious to see how the sports games look.
O'Neal inbounds the ball.
But man. Oh, got a pick. Oh, to the hole. And one! Charging foul. Bruh, they're robbing me, bruh. I ain't gonna lie, yo, this feels pretty good still. Granted, it doesn't look like the best sports game, but man, it still feels really fluid and like smooth. I'm not gonna lie. Kobe! Oh, I was fouled on the 3. Oh man, I remember this terrible free throw shooting system where you had to hold the trigger buttons together. I still got it. Man, this is awesome. And that's why I wanted to do this, like these kind of series of where I'm playing these old consoles in 2020 to see how they look, see how they hold up. Look at Kobe. It's just bringing back memories, man. You know, so many, you know, So many things about consoles these days where like people are like fighting and arguing over what is better. It's like, do you guys even enjoy gaming anymore? But man, oh, let's go, Kobe. Kobe with the rebound. We out, bro. Pass the Shaq. Pass the Shaq. Oh, I'm having fun. I ain't gonna even lie right now. But yeah, this game holds up really well. Like, try playing like NBA Shootout 99 or I don't know, In the Zone 98. I doubt these games hold up. Man, look at Reggie.
He gives them the lead.
Oh man, but yeah, that's how good 2K was back in the day. That you can play it 20 years later, and it still holds up so well. Let's go, Kobe! Oh, Grant, go up with the ball. Go with the out of bounds. Lakers ball. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Pass to my man Kobe. Jumper. Oh. Go, throwing those elbows, bros. Throwing those elbows. Come on, Shaq. Jermaine O'Neal. Oh. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. See if we can tie this up. Yo, my man Fox. My man Fox. 3. Oh, he got blocked. Get the ball.
Got that hand up there and sit it back down. Great job.
Man, I can't express enough how fluid this game still feels. Like, it still feels pretty good. It just feels weird not having a second analog because obviously there's no special. Oh, I'm getting blocked all day. Who is this guy shutting me down? But anyway, man, it's me, Blake316, going back with the memories with the Sega Dreamcast in 2020. Little tip: if you actually pressed X, Y, A, B, and start and went back to your menu system, it was like a restart on the games. But yeah, this is just fun times, man. Let me know your memories of the Sega Dreamcast. Did you like it? Did you buy it? Were you a Sony PS2 fanboy? I really wish this console did succeed. I wish it did have a DVD player. And to all these fake, newborn Dreamcast fans that are out there now, I don't believe them because they were probably the same ones pirating the games. I was the original. But anyway, it's me, Blake316. Please just give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment. Subscribe for future videos. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this series that I plan on doing. But anyway, until next time, peace.